because like it takes me a lot of time, like 30 minutes I have to wait here, and then on top of that 30 minutes to get there.
Coming up on News Live at 6, how students are reacting to a driver shortage on campus, what drivers think, and what to expect.
Plus the latest on last night's active shooter threat, the official response from Syracuse DPS.
Starts right now.
Campus News Leader.
Syracuse DPS today gave an update on last night's active shooter threat. Good evening, welcome to News Live at 6. I'm Josh Meyers.
And I'm Peyton Spellacy. The Syracuse community experienced a bit of a scare last night. According to Syracuse DPS, they responded to a shooting threat at College Place at around 11 last night. DPS released a tweet calling the shooting threat a hoax. According to DPS Chief Craig Stone, the fake shooting call is a form of swatting. Stone says swatting is when an anonymous caller intentionally files a false report. DPS and local police are now seeking the person responsible for making the call. They encourage anyone with information to contact them or local Syracuse police.
Now, course registration is happening right now. Junior enrollment is underway, and rising sophomores will begin tomorrow. Advisors are reminding students to check for any holds on their MySlice account and have them resolved as soon as possible. The students can continue to adjust schedules through the end of June.
And a prominent Syracuse fraternity is coming back to campus in the fall. According to an email sent to the entire school, Delta Tau Delta, or DELT for short, is coming back. This comes nearly 6 years after the fraternity was shut down for promoting multiple hazing incidents. Now the fraternity hopes to rebuild its image. According to an Office of Fraternity and Sorority Affairs coordinator Mary Jo Gard, the fraternity is hosting a meet and greet on Wednesday from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m.
And the Clothesline Project will be on display this week. The exhibition honors Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month. It features t-shirts you can see now on your screen, hung in the Shine Student Center, decorated with empowering messages and statistics by people impacted by interpersonal violence. The purpose is to break the silence, raise awareness, and create a cultural change. There are also educational materials and resources available outside the display for those interested in raising awareness throughout the month.
The Maxwell School will be holding a conversation tomorrow with Tom Steyer, a former 2020 presidential candidate, philanthropist, investor, businessman, and climate activist. The conversation will explore Steyer's journey from Wall Street investor to founder of a successful hedge fund, as well as advice for students and more. The event will take place in room 220 of Eggers Hall at 11:30 a.m.
And amid a commercial driver shortage, Syracuse University's Office of Parking and Transportation Services is asking students to prepare for disruptions of its services. CitrusTV reporter Cora Mayer-Costa joins us now with more. Cora?
Good evening, Josh and Peyton. Students will need to adapt to the changes in the trolley and shuttle services for the remainder of the semester. In the past few weeks, PTS has chosen to delay the start of the blue and orange CUSE trolley loops and reduce services to one or more shuttle routes. These reduced services have already affected students.
Because like it takes me a lot of time, like 30 minutes I have to wait here, and then on top of that 30 minutes to get there. So that's around like 2 hours every day that I have to wait to just travel. And that's like a very big chunk of my time that goes in it, which I can be spent like studying or something like that while I'm at home. And plus like it tires me out as well.
The reason for the disruption of its usual services is a driver shortage. I spoke to a CUSE trolley driver who is retiring today. He says, quote, "I've worked here for 5 long years and today's my last day. I plan on going someplace warmer." When asking a Central bus driver on how many employees are left, he told me he doesn't know.
Actually, right now, no. There used to be over 300, but there's nowhere near that now.
For information on delays or cancellations, PTS will keep students updated on their Twitter and Instagram, found at SU Parking. Reporting in studio, I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
Outside, not a cloud in the sky.
You know, I am so jealous that we're not outside right now, but you know who is outside? Our weather anchor, Peter Elliott. Peter, tell us more.
Hey, Josh and Peyton, it is bucolic out here
on the Syracuse University campus. Really a beautiful day, a summer day here in just the second week of spring. A soggy start to spring, but now we're really feeling the sun, and we will feel it for the next couple days. Right now, we're in the mid-60s, but with the sun shining down, it really almost feels like the 70s. A moderate, ever so slight breeze is kind of wafting through the air, and that'll continue on into the night as the temperature will drop down into just about the 50s. But we're going to keep seeing this amazing sun throughout the week. Not a lot of precipitation either, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and as my camera operator Ronnie Perillo just pointed out to me, on Friday we're going to get up into the 80s. I'm almost squinting as I look into the camera. It is just so bright. He's rocking a nice pair of shades, as is much of the campus. You see all of the SU community really coming out on these nice days. You see plenty of people enjoying the sun out on the quad and doing their homework outside. It's really great. Josh, I know you're a big tennis player, so I hope you can hit the courts today or in these next few days. And Peyton, you're from California. You're no stranger to the sun, but it feels almost better on a day like today. I'm sure someone right there just enjoying the sun. Everyone is happier on a day when it is sunny like it is today here in Syracuse. For now, I'll send it back to you in the studio, Josh and Peyton, on this glorious sunny day here in Syracuse.
Yeah, well, Peter, you're right. I did play a lot of tennis today. Definitely not wrong there. Peter, thank you. Micron is participating in multiple events this week to prepare for its opening. The American-based microchip plant will join Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon for a town hall event in Camillus today in just 25 minutes. The event will discuss Micron's investments in the community.
Micron will also host a job training summit in Syracuse. Senator Schumer will meet with U.S. National Science Foundation Director Sethnu Raman Panchanathan to talk about training workers. And the two will discuss how to fill up the 9,000 jobs Micron expects to create in Clay.
And Congressman Brandon Williams is hosting his first town hall with his constituents tonight. CitrusTV political analyst Luke Radel is joining us live from Chittenango, where Williams will be speaking in just a few minutes. Luke, good evening. What will Brandon Williams hear from residents tonight?
Josh and Peyton, the congressman is likely to hear from these protesters here outside of Chittenango High School. They are upset about proposed cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. And those concerns just didn't come out of the blue. They came from their TV screens. The knives are out for Brandon Williams in this new attack ad hitting TV screens across central New York.
The new majority in Congress is holding the economy hostage in order to destroy Social Security and Medicare. And Brandon Williams is helping them do it.
The ad claims that Congressman Williams supports cuts to Social Security and Medicare, entitlement programs with broad popularity among American seniors.
They'd let America default on our debts for the first time in history, all so they can force extreme cuts to Social Security and Medicare.
In a statement responding to the ad, the congressman wrote, quote, "I have not voted nor will I vote to slash Social Security or Medicare," with a campaign spokesperson going further, saying that the liberally aligned group that created the ad, House Majority PAC, is, quote, "peddling in absolute lies." Still, the subject of entitlement programs is likely to come up during tonight's town hall, in large part thanks to this controversial commercial.
Tell Brandon Williams, don't destroy Social Security and Medicare. Americans don't negotiate with hostage takers.
And I'm here now with an activist organizer from Indivisible Mohawk Valley protesting Brandon Williams. Sarah Reesk, thank you for being here. Sarah, why are you all out here tonight?
Oh my gosh, this is the first opportunity to actually hear from our member of Congress. Many of the people here signed a letter that was delivered on March 27th calling on him to hold town halls. He was really behind the 8 ball, as many of his colleagues in Congress and even in New York were already doing that. We had 234 people sign that letter, and the very next day it got him to announce 4 town halls, of which this is the very first one. So we are here to engage in democracy. Democracy is an action, not just a noun, and we're very excited to just be out here peacefully, non-violently, with the things that are really, really important to us that he is pretty silent on. And so we're really hoping to be able to have a dialogue tonight so that he can actually hear from us. We want to know that that's his priority too.
Yeah. Sarah, thank you very much. The Congressman's Town Hall starts in a little over 15 minutes. Josh and Peyton, back to you guys.
Luke, thank you. And for some new details now, don't drive too fast in front of a school or it might cost you. City officials are asking the Common Council today to approve the installation of surveillance cameras. These cameras automatically photograph traffic violators and mail them their tickets. According to the Director of Special Projects, Neil Burke, New York and Albany have reduced speeding violations by 70% since implementing similar cameras.
And a Syracuse woman is recovering after falling into a storm drain yesterday. Police say Kaylee Weber stepped off of a curb near the Centro Transit Hub before falling 15 feet into the exposed sewer. 45-year-old Stuart Seidel faces a first-degree reckless endangerment charge for allegedly removing the protective crate that led to Weber's fall.
And a 10-year-old Syracuse boy is expected to make a full recovery after getting shot in the leg as he was leaving a barbershop. Police say that the boy fell victim to a drive-by shooting as he left Bimbo's barbershop around 5:30 p.m. Saturday. But he wasn't the intended victim. Authorities say the vehicle in front of the shop was the real target. The boy is receiving treatment at Upstate University Hospital.
Now, many celebrate Easter with a delicious home-cooked meal, but the Syracuse football team celebrated by giving back. 18 players and head coach Dino Babers served about 150 dinners at the Samaritan Center last night. It's all part of the Athletes Who Care nonprofit here in Syracuse. Athletes who participate in these community projects are then able to receive compensation through name, image, and likeness deals.
And coming up on Live at 6, a Tennessee congressman is headed back to his position.
And 4 more years, President Biden may be moments away from announcing his candidacy for a second term in office. We'll be right back.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. We have breaking news tonight out of Tennessee. A once expelled state congressman will return to office.
The Nashville Metropolitan Council voted today to reinstate Justin Jones to the state legislature. This decision comes after he was expelled for his role in protesting gun violence following the shooting at the Covenant School on March 27th. And new details now about the tragic Louisville bank shooting. Authorities say the alleged shooter, 23-year-old Connor Sturgeon, worked at the bank. 5 people are now dead, including the shooter, as a result of the incident. According to Louisville Police Deputy Chief Colonel Paul Humphrey, at least 2 responding police officers were shot. And according to LMPD, one of the officers, Nicholas Wilt, ran toward the gunman in an attempt to protect people. He's now recovering from gunshot wounds to the head. Both Kentucky senators have issued messages of support. Senator Mitch McConnell says he's devastated by the news coming out of Louisville this morning. Thank you to LMPD and our first responders for your bravery at the scene. We send our prayers to the victims, their families, and the city of Louisville. Senator Rand Paul says he and his wife are also praying for everyone involved.
New top-secret Pentagon documents reveal the U.S.'s strategy in Ukraine. The documents highlight U.S. espionage efforts in Russia, intelligence gathering on American allies, and an assessment of Ukrainian combat power.
According to the documents, Russia may be purchasing weapons from NATO-affiliated Turkey as well as Mali. The documents also reveal that Ukraine's eastern Donbas region is likely headed for a stalemate through 2023. The U.S. also assesses pathways for its allies to provide aid.
In the latest now, Joe Biden says he's running for president in 2024. The 80-year-old commander-in-chief told Al Roker on the Today Show he plans to run next year, but isn't ready to make a formal announcement. Biden is currently the oldest-serving president in U.S. history.
Biden's remarks come while his advisors are preparing to launch his re-election campaign. So far, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Marianne Williamson are the only Democrats who have launched campaigns.
And Governor Kathy Hochul has nominated Rowan D. Wilson to be the next Chief Judge of the New York State Court of Appeals. Wilson is a Harvard alum and has served as an associate judge on the court since 2017.
If confirmed, Wilson would become the first black chief judge. Wilson says that protecting the rights of New Yorkers is his top priority. Hochul says that if not confirmed, she plans on nominating Caitlin Halligan to fill the vacancy.
A federal judge in Texas on Friday suspended the FDA's approval of an abortion bill. And this ruling could threaten abortion access for hundreds of thousands of people. Republican lawmakers have outlawed most abortions in about a quarter of the century since Roe v. Wade was overturned last June.
The judge ruled that the initial approval of the pills and a recent decision that allowed them to be prescribed over the phone was unlawful. He also delayed this effect of his ruling for 1 week. The Biden administration appealed the decision on Friday.
And still ahead on News Live at 6, it feels like summer, but will the sun and these temperatures stick around for the rest of the week? All of your answers coming up in my full 5-day forecast after the break. Stay with us here on News Live at 6.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly, a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Hey, welcome back to News Live at 6. I've got 5 letters that'll spell out the next 5 days of weather here in Syracuse. SUNNY. How about it? Nothing but sun beaming down here on the 315. We're going to stay up in the 70s and get up into the 80s on Friday and Saturday. Winds will vary throughout the week, of course. Tomorrow we're going to see some gustier winds up into the 20s, potentially some gusts of 30 miles per hour. And that'll vary throughout the week. But the moral of the story here is a lot of sun. Someone like me, I'm a rather pasty fellow. What you will need is your sunscreen this time of year. So the UV index will vary. In the morning, it's a little less, 2 to 3, the UV. But later on in the day, right around now, the sun is at its worst. So remember to apply that sunscreen. Those sunburns can be bad at this time of year. But again, for this time of year here in Syracuse, for the spring, typically it's soggier and colder. But we're seeing some rather summer temperatures for this time of year here in Syracuse. Plenty of people outside today enjoying these beautiful temperatures as they are wont to do here on the SU Hill. People outside on the quad enjoying the day. These photos courtesy of my roommate Nico Zaccato. Phenomenal photos. Look at the quad there and the promenade. People really soaking in the sun on a cloudless day here in Syracuse.
Peter now joining us at the desk. Do you spend any time outdoors today? I mean, come on, like it's beautiful weather.
I did. You have to, right? I mean, of course, we come here to the windowless studio here at CitrusTV, but I soaked in as much sun as I possibly could, and I would love to go outside. Maybe just throw the football around, play some spike ball. Would love to do that.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, as soon as I came to the CitrusTV studios today, some people were saying, "Do you get a tan? Like, do you go on vacation?" I'm like, no. I just spent time outdoors today. What about you, Peyton?
Yeah, some prime UV out there. I was able to wear shorts and sunglasses, and that was good enough for me.
It really is. The summer here in April in Syracuse. How about it?
So nice.
I mean, 80 degrees in Syracuse just kind of feels like a movie, right?
It does.
Hey, but speaking of movies, the new Super Mario Bros. Movie is a smash hit. According to studio estimates, the movie collected $377 million in global revenue. That total puts Super Mario Bros. Ahead of Frozen for the biggest worldwide opening of all time for an animated film.
The movie is the most successful Illumination animation project to date. Illumination previously produced the Minions movie.
Wow, how fantastic is that? Well, that's all the time we have to talk about that. Ben, what do we got in sports?
Well, coming up, Syracuse men's lacrosse accomplished something it hasn't all season, and SU women's lax is still rolling. All that and a whole lot more on the other side. Stay with us.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
It might have taken 6 tries, but Syracuse men's lacrosse got its first ranked win of the season. Welcome to sports. I'm Ben Spector. In the third road contest of 2023, SU marched into New Jersey and took down the then number 15 Princeton 16-13. The Orange got off to a hot start and led the Tigers 6-3 after the first quarter. Plus, sophomore Jack Fine won 8 of 10 faceoffs to open up the game. And remember, Syracuse is dead last in faceoff percentage in the ACC, so a big rebound performance there. But as the game went on, freshman Joey Spallina caught fire. That's right, the attackman had a career-high 9 points with 4 goals and 5 assists. Spallina was so dominant that he received Lacrosse Network's Player of the Week. The Long Island native now has 57 points on the season, good for 3rd in the entire country. Syracuse is now ranked 17th after the victory and can get another ranked win against number 11 North Carolina this Saturday. Game time from only Maryland, that's right, a neutral site, is at 4. Also in the 3-1-5, number 1 Syracuse women's lacrosse continued its winning ways with a 19-10 victory over number 19 Clemson at, get this, Cicero North Syracuse High School, not the JMA Dome. Attacker Emma Ward only had 1 assist for SU, her lowest mark since the game against Loyola on March 15th, but the junior contributed a season high in goals with 5. Meanwhile, sophomore Olivia Adamson led the Orange with 7 points and 14 draw controls, while grad student Megan Tyrell poured in 4 additional tallies. Even more impressive, the Cuse had 5 different players with multiple goals. Syracuse is the number 1 team in the country for a program best 4 straight weeks, and next takes on number 5 North Carolina in Chapel Hill on Dorrance Field. The 2 highest ranked teams in the ACC go head-to-head at noon on Saturday. We'll have you covered after the contest here on Citrus TV with Orange Press Pass beginning at 4. Over to the Diamonds, Syracuse softball created history over the weekend. Freshman Madison Knight became the 11th player in program history and the first since 2018 to throw a no-hitter in an 8-0 win over NC State. With Knight's dominant performance, the Orange secured their first ACC Series win of the season and next take on UAlbany on the road on Wednesday in a doubleheader. In Major League Baseball, the Yankees stay on the road and are currently playing the Guardians. New York has won every series it has played in this season, while Cleveland dropped 2 out of 3 to the Seattle Mariners. The Yankees currently lead 2-0 after a 2-run double in the top of the first inning from outfielder Giancarlo Stanton. The Mets are also in action tonight with hosting the San Diego Padres. New York's Max Scherzer takes the mound for his 3rd straight start of the season, while Yu Darvish is on the mound for San Diego after throwing 5 innings just a week ago. Game time is just after 7.
Ben Spector joining us at the desk now. Ben, let's talk men's lacrosse for a second. I know you took a trip down to my old home state, New Jersey, this weekend. How was it to experience that win, their first ranked win of the season?
It was great. Spallina went off. Everybody was really excited. They were on the road. It was a tough test. They were excited to be on the road, away from home, lots of home cooking. Now they were road tripping, and they got that win.
Hey, I'm glad you had a great experience.
I did have a great
experience this weekend, Ben.
I did.
Ben, thank you so much. When we come back, we'll take one last look at your weather. Stay with us.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer's fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Tying up the bow here on News Live at 6. When you wake up tomorrow, it'll be in the mid-50s, and that sun will be shining down already. Shorts and a t-shirt weather when you wake up tomorrow, and as the day goes along, it'll get even warmer, up to 69 degrees right around 2 p.m., dip right down to 2 degrees by 6 p.m., and the sun will kind of fade away as the afternoon moves along. But again, great temperatures tomorrow, and we'll see plenty of sun tomorrow, just like we did today.
Yeah, great temperatures tomorrow. Also great temperatures this past weekend for the holiday weekend. Guys, how did you guys celebrate your holiday weekend?
Yesterday for Easter, I went with my boyfriend to Skinny Atlas, and we had a nice little dinner at the Sherwood Inn. It was really nice just to be on the lake. I love Skinny Atlas. It's a beautiful little town, so I had a really good Easter.
Beautiful. Peter?
I celebrated right here at Orange Press Pass on Saturday for that Syracuse-Princeton men's lacrosse game. No place I'd rather be.
Good way to celebrate. Hey, me and Ben, we went to our Passover Seder on Thursday. Had a great time. Lots of great matzah. We had some soup.
Just great people, great food.
Great people, great environment.
It was awesome.
I had a great. Did you have a great time?
I had a fantastic time.
It was just awesome. A great time to be Jewish.
Well, sounds like we all had a great weekend. That's all the time we have for you today on Citrus TV News.
Hey, for more of the latest, follow us on Citrus TV News on Twitter or check out our website at citrustv.com.
For all of us here at Citrus TV News, I'm Peyton Spellacy.
And I'm Josh Meyers. Stay tuned to Talking Points in just 1 hour. Until then, take care and good night.